We almost moved to Singapore.
So boring, man.
And then all of a sudden, it just switched, and here we are in Shenzhen. On Wednesday, so Gary Vee was there with his D-Rock, and I'm working with D-Rock on some articles right now, so we've been going back and forth. So I got to meet D-Rock. I was almost more excited to meet D-Rock than I was to meet Gary. I already know what Gary's going to say, but it was fun to meet D-Rock in person and watch him follow Gary around and watch the way he was doing stuff. This is the dirty secret about event organization, is that everybody's scrambling up until the last minute. So whenever you see an event that's pulled off really well, chances are there's 50 things going on behind the scenes that are not going well, but you just don't see that. If I want to use Google, all right, but for Baidu, it's no need. Meiguanxi. Hey Ashley, how's it going? Let's see. All right, good, yeah. Perfect. Well, it's all about, I mean, the worst part is the filtering, the censoring, because they slow everything down for that. You have to go through VPN and it goes all slow. But of course, they're not going to get rid of that anytime soon. And then internally, I'm guessing it's just a matter of infrastructure that they just aren't keeping up with demand. But, because yeah, at 4 a.m., my internet is just screaming fast when nobody's on. And then around 7 a.m., 8 a.m., it just slows down and gets super slow. Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you again.
Yes. All right. I think we're going to need more chairs. We got to get Gary to China. Hey!
How's it going?
You made it.
Yeah, I literally had no idea whether I was in the right place or not.
All right. So this is John. John came in from the UK. When did you get here?
Thursday.
Thursday?
Thursday night.
Yeah.
Go home tomorrow.
Yeah. Just quick in and out. Have you been to mainland China before?
Never. First time.
First time in China.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, it was great.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool coming in.
Yeah. And you had no problems like coming across the border, immigration, any of that
Fine.
stuff?
Took like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Really easy.
Hey, did I introduce you to Seth, our guy who just moved there to the UK? He was working here for us in Hong Kong, and then he came in, he's like, hey guys, I need to resign. My wife got a work transfer to London.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, this is great. Like, just go there and open an office for us. He just didn't think that was a possibility. We're like, no, this is awesome.
Oh, that's
You can just keep working for us from there, and then you can get an office up and running. So he's on the ground there. He's been there for about a week now, and he's figuring out co-work space and phone number and just all that stuff, accountant and just all those basic things. So he's there, so I'll have to introduce you guys so you can connect with him and chat a bit. Came across the border with one of our other speakers, Ryan Fulland. He's from the US.
Yeah.
So he was coming through for the first time.
Yeah.
But like I can't go through with him. It's like you go in separately. So I was like kind of hanging back to make sure there weren't any problems. And then they took him and put him like in a booth by himself, like a quarantine booth. And I was like, oh no, like what's gonna happen here? Because I couldn't talk to him and I couldn't talk to the people. Like they were like, no, get out of here.
Yeah, it was good.
So I just had to walk back and I'm just like, I hope this works out. And I waited for like 5 minutes and then he comes through, he's like, it's all good. I'm like, whew.
Yeah.
So we have a guy in from America that I brought across the border last night for the first time from China, Ryan Fulland. And I wonder how he's doing. I don't like to make other people's problems my own, but let's just ask him how he's doing. And he has like this one presentation he does, and it was like so good. I was just like, man, this is awesome. Like, we've got to get it recorded today because I want to like watch it again because I was like, man, this is so good. I just finished reading this book, Essentialism, for the second time by Greg McKeown, and he talks about not making other people's problems your problems. But that's really hard with an event like this, because this is my agency, MWI. We're in charge of this. Makes me look bad if the event doesn't get pulled off. And so it's easy to run around scrambling, making sure everything's taken care of, even though I've already delegated it to other people. But it's hard to just sit back and just let everybody do their thing. there's a desire to just jump in and just check on everything, make sure everything's happening, but everybody seems to have pulled it off. I haven't really done that much. So Jason's been pretty much running the show, and Marian, who's doing it all from Germany. He's home in Germany because he doesn't have his China visa set up yet. So Marian's been managing most of this long distance. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, we ready? Cool. How do I say welcome? 大家好.
大家好.
Is this not the one that's on? That's the one that's on?
Yeah.
All right. I'm the CEO of MWI. We're a digital marketing agency with offices in the US, here in Shenzhen, Hong Kong, the UK, Singapore. And we're putting on this China Marketing Summit. And we've got a great lineup of speakers today who are going to talk about personal branding, marketing, PR, all sorts of things to help you grow your business or further your career if you're in marketing. We are going to be doing some translation through WeChat, so it's just somebody's typing in and translating into Chinese through WeChat. But otherwise, all the presentations today are going to be in English. We're going to pass it off to Jan, and we're going to get things started with our first presenter here.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody.
Sorry, my voice is teetering.
And Jay lost his voice 2 days ago, too, so he's just like barely making it here. And we'll hope that your voice lasts through the whole presentation, huh? All right.
Goal is basically, I used my podcast to sort of build a personal brand, and it kind of springboarded it. And so Josh is helping me now take that personal brand into a next level. I'm setting up sort of an investing type website for people in the West who want to come and have underground research and field notes and just a good experience, maybe some tour group type experiences. For people that don't know what's going on in China and in Asia but are interested and they're keen to invest, they need a guide. So that's basically the premise of the website that we're trying to build out, and the brand. And obviously there's a lot of, I love the stuff that Josh is doing. I follow the online marketing space very closely. So we have a lot of mutual connections and friends. And so yeah, it's been really good working with Josh, and I'm really excited to get on stage and talk about podcasting.
Oh, there's Jason. He got a bunch of snacks. French fry chips or something. We should go get down and get some street food. You have to hit all the buttons. You don't like Bean? Oh, it's so good. It's like, it's kind of like a tortilla. Anyway, they make this big tortilla, then they'll put some meat, lettuce, some other stuff in there. They kind of wrap it up, and it's kind of crunchy, and I don't eat it with the meat, I just eat it with veggies, but man, it's good stuff. We're working out a deal with Rocket Space so that we're going to house MWI here, at least temporarily. So this is a co-work space, and seem to really want us in here. So this is downtown Shenzhen. It gets kind of quiet here on weekends. There's not a lot of stuff going on. I love how in China everybody just kind of walks around in the street. Even if there's a bunch of traffic coming, people just go. But yeah, this is legit Chinese food here, huh? So fried noodles are chow mein, like chow mein in the US we would say, except we don't know what chow mein means, but chow mein literally means fried noodle, but it's chow mein in Mandarin. What should I get, J-Dub? I don't know what half of this stuff is. What are those round things? I don't know what he's saying. She's gonna ask me what I want, and I just kind of want everything, but except no meat. But I don't see any meat here anyway. That's what I want right there. What that guy got. That guy didn't seem super stoked on us filming, huh? Was he really asking for money, like to film him or something? Or so we got a drone company that might be coming today. This drone company reached out to us. Not DJI. I wish DJI, but this is going to be the next DJI. It's backed by a guy who used to be with Lenovo. He's one of the executives there. And they've been developing for about 3 years. And I don't know all the details of the drone, but I guess it's super cool or something, and he wants us to do some influencer marketing type stuff with it. So he's going to give us some drones to play around with, because my son's really into drones, and he wants to get a DJI Phantom, but I don't really have any reason to buy a drone myself. But if somebody gives me a nice drone, then that's awesome. I've never had food poisoning here. I've never gotten the least bit sick in China. I've been here for 1 year now. I've bought street food, I've eaten street food, and that's like, I mean, this is a nice district, that's a booth, it's like a legit place. I've bought the street food from like back alleys where it looks kind of sketchy, and I still never got sick, so hopefully this is not the first time right here. But I feel pretty safe these days. Now what's this spongy stuff again? Just don't tell me it's like cow stomach or something. It's just chewy and spicy and very Chinesey. A cold dish from the Northwest, Lian Pi. All right. Now I can't eat Chinese food. If I eat without chopsticks, if I eat with a fork, it feels really awkward and weird. It feels wrong somehow. Even when I go back to the States, if we go get anything that I could pick up with chopsticks, I just feel like so weird and awkward with a fork. It's just, I don't know. I just like the chopsticks, it's just fun.
Somebody help me! Oh my God, I'm bleeding! It's very, very bad! Please help me! I traveled a long way to get here, and I forgot my favorite part of the show, which I know that you say I have a bunch of favorite parts. But here's what it is. It's vision, voice, validation. And what I want to do is ask us all together as the final, and when we're done, we're done. I'm not going to ask for anything else, to go vision, voice, validation. Listen, get outside your comfort zone because you're all public speakers. So put something down, put it down. Let's get you recording. Josh, if I can have you guys in here so we see you. Sir, you of all people need to squeeze in there. I want to see you raise your hand. You good? Recording? Start recording. Good. We got this. All right, so I'm going to say, how do you build your personal brand? And everybody, even the guys in the back, please, because you're going to mess up the video if you don't do it, go vision, voice, validation. Vision, voice, validation. Thank you.
And that's tough in China, just to identify the channels, because you just don't know unless you speak Chinese. But that's where you go and you talk to. You can still find your target market though. Like you can find your target market and then ask them, well, what do you read? Where do you consume information? Where do you get this from? And then you can figure out what those channels are, and then you know, okay, we need to target these channels somehow and get into those channels. Follow up with me, I'll make that introduction and you can talk to them. And then maybe that can lead to other stuff. The nice thing about PR is that once it gets started, it can take on a life of its own and people find you. And so if you get into the Sheko Daily, maybe somebody else will see that and say, oh, we want you to do an article for our publication, and then maybe the TV gets a hold of it and they want to do something. We're not competing. It's like we just need to help each other. 1 or 2 speakers maybe in an evening, probably on a weekday. And then every once in a while, maybe 3 or 4 times a year, we'll do a larger event like this on a weekend and have more speakers come in. You don't wake up until noon on Saturdays? All these clubs there and all this music and the street was blocked off. I was like, man, Ryan would probably have a fun time out here if he could wake himself up.
Go for it.
Am I looking good? Do I need to do my makeup or anything?
Amazing.
All right, thank you. Ryan was amazing. I had never seen him speak actually before last night, and he's speaking. I was just like, man, like this guy is like professional. We've got dinner at Buy a Burger soon. I'm ready for a veggie burger. Did I tell you I got hit by a scooter the other day while I was out running? I was out jogging doing my Pao Bu, and a scooter actually like ran into me. Like while I was just running there on the
part?
street.
Like,
Right there, hit me on my hip. Didn't knock me over, like just tapped me, like didn't hurt me, but like actually like ran into me and I was like, boom, I was
in the air for a while?
no, I was like running, all of a sudden this guy like hits me and I look back and I was like, how did you not see me? It wasn't like an intersection, it was like he came up behind me and just turned and like hit me. When I was here a year ago, when I moved here, well, I mean before I moved here, like 2-3 years ago when I was coming up to Shenzhen, they never mentioned the seatbelt. It was never brought up. And then when I moved here a year ago, all of them were saying, oh, seatbelt, seatbelt, seatbelt. And I was like, what happened? I've seen guys here in China with like Lakai t-shirts, Thrasher, like all these skateboard brands and some of them are like niche skateboard brands, not like super popular brands, but like smaller ones. And then you see some guy in China just walking down the street with a Lakai t-shirt on. And you're like, where did he get that from? Like,
Was it Miss?
oh man, so messy. So we're at Buy a Burger. We're having our VIP dinner here with some of the speakers and some of the guests that we had come today.
So cool.
And yeah, just wrapping things up. Now we get to relax a little bit. I'm gonna go home and crash. I was almost passing out today when I gave my talk. When I was getting ready for my talk, like the half hour before, I wanted to go take a nap, except I was afraid if I took a nap, then I'd just sleep through them calling out for me and they'd be trying to find me and figure out where I was and I'd be sleeping back somewhere. But I'm tired, I'm ready to crash. But if I'm tired, Jason should be even more tired because he did a lot more work on this event than I did. And he's probably a lot more stressed too, so he's gonna go home and sleep for 20 hours or something.